Yo, what is up YouTube? Fury here, bringing you guys a brand new video, and as you guys can tell by the gameplay in the background, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're uploading some H1Z1. Now, the open beta did recently drop on PlayStation 4. If you guys do want to pick up H1, it is free on the PlayStation Store. Anyone can download it right now if you'd like. Now, honestly, H1 has been a game that I've been really into for a long time, ever since it dropped on PC, and then I started, slowly weaning off of it. Of course, Fortnite came out. I started playing Fortnite quite a bit, but they ended up dropping a PlayStation 4 version of H1. I've been really getting into it, and in today's video I'm gonna be going over my settings that I play in game with. Now, I did get an 18 kill win yesterday on stream. If you guys did miss that, I do tend to stream occasionally Fortnite and H1 depending what I'm feeling that night, but I did get an 18 kill win. If you guys do want me to upload that, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want me to continue uploading H1, or you want me to do a mixture of Fortnite, H1, or just strictly stick to Fortnite. Let me know in the comment section down below. But before we get into today's video, if you guys do enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, don't forget to turn on those post notifications, and if you get first like on any of my videos, make sure you send me a Twitter image. I'll hit you guys back with that follow. And with that said, let's get right into today's video. Now, obviously PC H1 and console H1 are a little bit different, but I have a lot of hours on PC. I'd say thousands. I don't know if that's something to be embarrassed about or whatever, but I have played a lot of H1 on PC, especially when it first came out. And throughout that year, I have learned a lot about playing H1, basically how to play, what to play, how to play, like, a bunch of different styles of the game. So I've been playing H1 for quite a while, so I figured playing on some console, maybe getting you guys some tips on console. I could do that in some future videos, but in today's video, I'm gonna be going over my settings on console, what works best for me. Now, obviously, these are personal settings. They're not gonna obviously work for everybody. Same with any other game that you play. If you wish to, use somebody else's sensitivity, try to get used to their sensitivity, go for it. But of course, these are my sensitivities, my settings in game, what I personally use, and obviously it's not guaranteed to work for you, but if you'd like to try it out, I definitely recommend going for it. Now, starting off with the first setting here that you guys will open up when you see your settings, the controls. Now, each of my controls, the on foot, the vehicle, the passenger controls, all that is on the first setting. Now, there are two different settings for each of these. You can basically just click up on the D-pad and you can change depending what you're used to or what you get used to. Obviously, me personally, I've been just sticking with one on all of them. So every single one is the first setting. Basically, it's something that you get used to. Obviously, when I first downloaded the game, I really didn't change these controller settings, so I got used to the first setting on each of these. Next, we have the brightness. Now, this is a big one. A lot of people have been saying that this game's a little bit dull, a little bit dark. I definitely recommend bumping up the brightness. I personally use 100%, but again, it's personal preference what you guys rather see in game. Now, I use 100% on my streams, on my gameplays, all that. I use 100%. So if you guys do like how my game looks a little bit, I definitely recommend 100 brightness. Now, as well as that, don't take that into consideration, thinking that that's going to change the game, making it look like mine exactly, because I do have an Elgato. I do turn up the saturation. I make the reds a little bit brighter. Some of the colors pop a little bit more. So obviously this brightness isn't going to help you too much in that aspect, but if you do want the game a little bit brighter, that way you can see behind, like, say, shadows and stuff like that, I definitely recommend bumping the brightness up. Next, we have the invert vertical look. Obviously that is off. I'm not used to any inverted controllers or anything, inverted controller settings, any like that. I obviously have that off. Now, the sprint toggle I have on. Some people don't like this on, but personally I just use it on just because I don't want to continually spam the run button or the sprint button. So I just have that on for my personal use. I obviously got a little bit used to the sprint toggle, so obviously I'm going to have that on. Now, invert vertical look, I have that off. I'm not used to any inverted controller settings, so I obviously have that off. Sprint toggle, I currently have on. It's something that I got used to when I first downloaded the game, first started playing the game. It's something to get used to. Obviously, it's not something that you really get used to just having on in multiple other games. Fortnite does have this option, but a lot of people have that off in Fortnite, so this is something that I have on just because I got a little bit used to it on H1, and I don't want to continually spam the sprint button. Now, next for these settings, we have the reticle tint. Again, this is something that's personal. It depends what colors you like. Personally, I turned the green all the way down for me. I just have red 100% and blue 100%. This was something I did a little bit random, a little bit quick. Again, not something I entirely prefer, but again, I don't really know the difference between the colors and stuff like that, so I don't really mess with that too much. But if you do like your different reticle tints, you can play around with that, which is a pretty cool option. Now, I don't know if they're going to implement some sort of reticle change like they have on PC, because in PC you can change the reticle. Personally, I do like the dot, which is the dot as of right now in the game. So for me, I like the dot. It depends what you guys are personally using. I know when the shotgun pops out, you do have a dot, so I'm not completely sure about the other other reticles or anything like that, but the dot is something that I've used all the time on PC. So if they do implement some different types of reticles into the game where you can actually change that, that'll be really cool to see in the near future. Now getting into the main sensitivities that do obviously play around in your shooting, your accuracy, all that good stuff. Now for me, the controller sensitivity I currently use is 20%. Now the scoped controller sensitivity is 50%, aimed controller sensitivity is 25%, and the vehicle camera sensitivity is 30%. Now again, these are all personal preference, but for me, I've been finding that these sensitivities have been helping me a little bit more, hitting more shots, and just being more accurate in the game, allowing me to shoot my enemy from a farther distance and stuff like that. So these sensitivities for me have been working really well. Again, it's up to you what you guys seem as, a right sensitivity. Say the scoped obviously is going to be for snipers and anything with a scope really. Now the aimed controller sensitivity is for anything that you're aiming down sights. Now it's a little bit confusing, right? So the scoped is obviously anything that has a scope, not an actual reticle or a red dot, whatever it may be. I believe that's how it is entirely. I mean, don't quote me on that one, but I believe the aimed is for really any guns. Scoped is more towards the snipers. So that's really what I use for sensitivity. These have been working really well for me. Again, they might be a little bit different for you. These might be a little bit too quick, a little bit too slow. It just depends what you get used to. Now obviously, again, if you do use control freaks or anything like that, this also may play a factor in that. Now that might be why I use these sensitivities, because I do use a control freak on my right stick. So these could be because I use that. It might be a little bit they might feel a little bit better to me. I might be able to aim a little bit better with these sensitivities with the control freak. Rather, say if I had it off or I didn't use one, these might be a little bit different. It all depends on what you prefer, what you get used to, and all that. Now the last thing I will go over in the settings is the controller vibration. Now it's a little bit weird that I did pick this one. Some of you guys might be like, why is he talking about controller vibration? I know a lot of people have this off in multiple different games, especially like Call of Duty, Fortnite. People have these controller vibrations off. Me personally, I'm somebody that likes the vibrations. I like to feel when the controller is vibrating. Obviously when the guy is shooting in game, I like that response feedback right there. So that is why I have controller vibration on. I know some people have this off because it does mess around with their aim, their accuracy. For me, I got used to it in multiple different games, especially Call of Duty. Call of Duty, it was never a game that I turned it off in, so it's something that I got used to, and I've been really getting used to the vibrating when shooting and stuff like that. So that's why I currently have vibrations on. I don't see myself taking that off anytime soon. And also, if you do order scuffs, you have the option to take them out of your controller if you do like a lighter controller. But for me, I like to keep those in. I like the heavier controller and just feeling the vibrations when the controller is shooting or when the character is shooting in game. But that'll basically do it for my settings. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What you guys think of me posting H1. Should I continue to post H1? Should I just stick with Fortnite? Should I do a mixture of both? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now obviously H1 did just come to console, so I've been really enjoying it. I've been really playing it. I've been streaming it, all that good stuff. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Boy, if you don't... Oh! Okay. Yep, bye-bye. Kobe. I don't got no nades. Oh, yikes. What we got? These boys are bots. It's console, bro. Does he have an LMG too? Oh no. I gotta go that way. That way, yeah. Oh. Yo, let's get it, man. Let's go, baby. I'm already at royalty. Yeah, right. Let's go. First, how many kills I get? 9. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, Cotton. The H1 legend has witnessed it. GG. Let's go, man. Dude, I'm telling you, you get that LMG and it's game over. You can't lose with that LMG.